See, if you look at higher tops and higher bottoms, that's a brilliant study that some time back you talked about. And yes, a very good identification by the viewer. And we can clearly see higher tops, higher bottom forming in Bharti Airtel. Having said that, one thing is also very crucial, the risk reward that you get. So just higher top, higher bottom does not mean you have to go and buy the stock, but you have to also identify what is the risk, what is the reward. When I say the risk, what is your stop loss and what is your target that you are looking at it. So if you check today, Bharti Airtel is down from the highs, and I think the support for the stock is around 818, which is a 20 days average. So if you get the stock around 818 or 820, that should be a good level to enter again, since the overall trend is positive, and then maintain a stop loss at around 800 levels, expecting a target of 850 on the upside.
Right, let me take the next query then, and this one I'm getting from Ram Sankar, and he wants to know about Sheshashahi paper, and this one is for you, Mr. Maheshwari. He's asking a fundamental Kutan, and he wants Jyoti Laboratories. He wants a technical view for the next 6 months to 1 year, and he wants to enter afresh. So he's asking what's an entry price for this one.
See, the overall pharma sector, I think, should perform well, and Jyoti Lab has shown a very good outperformance within the space itself. We are seeing some kind of a short-term correction from 205 levels towards this 190, but I think around the zone of 187 or 188, one can enter this stock and aim for the target of 210. So that should be a good entry level, but trade with a stop loss. The stop loss is going to be around 179 levels.
SK Saran is writing from Bangalore. This is for you, Mr. Kyal. What price can one invest in Navin Fluorine?
See, the overall stock has been excellent, and we can clearly see it has shown a very sharp rise from that 3,500 levels. And currently, we are seeing some dip in today's session because there is a broader selling that we are witnessing right now. So I would say it's better to wait for now. If you get the stock at around 4,200, that should be a good level to enter into this stock if you are not already having the position. So 4,200 should be the level to enter. Stop loss can be maintained at around 4,050, and then expect a target of around 4,700 on upside.
It's coming from Nafas, and Nafas is saying that he's bought Piramal Pharma at an average price of 143 rupees per share. About 3,000 shares is what he's purchased.
See, if you look at the trend of this stock, it has been clearly higher highs and higher lows, which is the trend is on the upside. And we can expect some hurdle around the zone of 440, which is the previous peak, but the stock is in an uptrend and very good position. There is some divergence, so loss of momentum is what we are witnessing. But if we can hold on for the period of not 6 months, but maybe a year, we are expecting the stock to be even crossing that above 500 levels. So hold on from a little longer time frame, and on the downside, the important support is around 390 on the downside.
Right, Mr. Mahesh.
So, Mr. Kyal, now what should Satya do with his holding? Do you think it's the right thing to do, switch from HDFC Life to HDFC Bank? Because now we are seeing HDFC Bank trying to actually build that momentum.
Yes, in fact, if you look at HDFC Bank, we saw a very sharp rise from that 1520 levels towards that 1620 on the upside. So definitely by looking at the charts and the ratio analysis, if you do between both, HDFC Bank looks to be outperforming. HDFC Life, many had hopes on it, but still the stock has not even delivered any kind of return so far. It has continued to correct or consolidate. So I think it makes sense to be with HDFC Bank, the outperforming stock. And there is a possibility this stock can even inch towards 1720 levels or higher. And as long as he is okay and comfortable holding it from a period of 1 year or more.
Mr. Maheshwari, this one's for you again. Smita is writing to...
Yes, we can clearly see a very strong rally that is happening in BEL and HAL. And we can clearly see BEL is showing some kind of a correction is possible there. I would stick with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited because that looks to be very strong. The trend looks very clear. It is managing to protect that 20 days average also. Going up with a higher volume, that is what we can see. So I think HAL looks very promising. But the stock has already rallied. So if you are okay with the risk appetite, then you can re-enter it at the current levels. And on the downside, the important support is at around 2,400. It's a little far away, but that's the support for the stock. And we can expect it to touch that 2,900 levels on the upside.
already invested in Deepak Fertilizers at a price of 91.5 rupees per share. So he wants to know what should he do. So one side you have Manish Raju who's looking to enter Deepak Fertilizers afresh, and the other side Naval who's already invested in it wants to know what should he do with it.
Deepak Fertilizer, I think currently it's putting somewhere around 765 odd levels, if I'm not wrong. And we can clearly see a very sharp correction from the levels of 1050. The stock has nearly corrected by around 30% from the tops, and we are not seeing any kind of a respite here. There is just no pullback. So it seems that something is not right as of now over short term. So if you want to enter, I would say you rather wait now. At least let it close above the prior day high to give some kind of a pause in the downtrend. Do not enter fresh positions as of now. And if you already have positions, then maintain a very strict stop loss, which is going to be around that 720 levels, which was the earlier peak. That is a very important price action support area. So maintain a stop loss of 720. Fresh positions to be initiated only if stock can manage to sustain above that 820 levels. Even today, the stock is, I think, down over by around 3% or more. So it has fallen substantially. Something looks to be fishy right now.
Just to correct, actually, Naval's average price is 915 rupees per share. I believe I said 91.5. Sorry for that, Naval. But you got your view from Ashish on that. Adiraj?
Right.
See, overall, I think Fine Chemical. Let me just check if I'm able to find that stock because I'm able to see Chiplun Fine Chemicals, if that is the same company that she wants to know the entry about. It's quoting somewhere around 1459. And this stock, if it's the same one, I would avoid buying something like this because overall the stock has been falling sharply and there is just no respite. So do not try to enter into this. The volatility is too heavy on this one, and I would avoid buying something like this. And it's better to be, if I want to buy, I might look at Tata Chemicals or something like that.
Okay, Mr. Kyal, this one also is for you, and this one is from Ramesh. Okay, he's saying which is the best at current price, Hero Moto or Eicher Motors. He's saying he's already at huge loss by BTST mode yesterday. He had Hero Motocorp at around 2,756 and Eicher Motors at 3,466. Now he wants to know whether he should hold them for the longer term in 1 to 2 weeks or so. Should he let go of either of them?
See, I would first advise any trader who is buying a BTST to keep it a BTST, so you don't end up marrying a stock that you are buying it for BTST and keep it for lifetime, because then you don't know. Now, fortunately, Hero Motocorp is a very good stock, both fundamentally and technically, if you're looking at. So he can hold on to this stock, keep it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks more. I think there was some correction in the morning, but it's trying to recover that losses on the upside. There is a possibility the stock can move even towards that 2,800 levels, but maintain a stop loss on downside at 2,690. In case it moves below that, then exit from there. As far as Eicher Motors, I think the stock is under pressure. We can expect it to move towards the level of 3,300 as well. But keep that as a stop loss, 3,300. Hold on to the stock. There is a possibility that it can recover, but always trade with a stop loss when you are doing BTST.
Mr. Maheshwari, coming to you now. Vivek is writing to us, inquiring.
Enter Eicher Motors for the medium term, Mr. Kyal?
See, if you look at Eicher Motors right now, as we discussed, the stock is in a downtrend. So I would rather wait for some time for it to move above the level. So maybe 3,350 you might consider to enter.
Right. Mr. Kyal, this one's for you. Vijay from Singapore asking about Aurobindo Pharma, bought at 1815. He's asking whether it's worth it to hold for 1 year or avoid losses and exit now.
He has bought at a very high price, so hold it for now. Let's just wait for some time. Let the pharma cycle turn. I think he should get maybe recover his losses.
All right, this one is from Matthew George. Is it good time to enter Adani Enterprises at current levels for a period of 6 months? What sort of target, Mr. Kyal?
See, Adani Enterprises, if he's entering, he can do that. The stock has done exceptionally well, but maintain a stop loss of around 3,800 on downside for the target of 4,200.
Right. Mr. Kyal, Sunny is writing to us asking your perspective on Nugent Software, holding 225 quantity at 351.
Nugent Software has drastically underperformed. I would say it's best to be out from a stock like this. In IT, then I would stay with the large cap names like this.